Hey guys, welcome back to more F1 2017 and part 5 of our career mode with Renault, and today we have the Russian Grand Prix, but we've got some upgrades in the pipeline. Let's just see if we can do it. Well, if they've worked, I should say. I'm assuming we're going to go and see Chris straight away. Obviously last weekend some of the upgrades didn't get through. Oh, he's looking unhappy again.
It looks like one of our development parts didn't fare too well in testing. I've put it on hold for now. You can restart work from the laptop. We're going to have to go back now and make some adjustments in order to get the final numbers looking more like we were expecting from the simulation.
So the front wing has not worked. The weight reduction has worked though, which will take 2.31 kilograms off us. The durability is better. But yeah, it's really disappointing. I think we're going to go for powertrain next anyway. I can't believe that's failed. That's so annoying. But we will try and go for powertrain at some point, and that'll take us above Red Bull, who seem to have improved themselves. Force India and Williams look to have made some gain. Oh no, I'm wrong. Don't forget me. Can we see if teams have done stuff? It doesn't look like it actually. So yeah, we've got the new chassis upgrade and hopefully that'll help us. But I'll now hand over to the qualifying report. Before qualifying even began, Bottas, Raikkonen, Perez and Hulkenberg knew they would take 5 place grid penalties for taking a new gearbox. But going into qualifying, Esteban Ocon was the biggest disappointment in Q1, going out in a disappointing 16th place compared to his teammate Sergio Perez, who made it through to Q2. He went out in Q2 though, along with Lance Stroll, the Canadian rookie. Yet again disappointing, but really should be doing better around a circuit like this, and Felipe Massa, his teammate, eventually qualified 4th after grid penalties. But Johan Ord did impress for Renault, out-qualifying teammate Nico Hulkenberg again, and he'll be very confident of another point scoring performance starting in 11th. So that left 2 familiar faces battling it out for pole position in Q3. Lewis Hamilton yet again couldn't quite get his lap together and just missed out on pole position to his big championship rival and the 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel, who put in a brilliant lap in his Scuderia Ferrari to take his 2nd consecutive pole position for the Russian Grand Prix. Let's get into it.
I think in its inaugural race got off to a bit of a shaky start, but since then it's really drawn the fans in and become a very popular event. What do you think changed?
But this just goes to show the importance of fixing problems as and when you discover them. As a complete unknown quantity in 2014, the tyre choice was quite conservative, which didn't really allow much in terms of different strategy options. So it was pretty much as you were from lights to flag. But that was a great learning experience, and we came back the next year and had a really exciting Grand Prix, with battles for the podium going on all the way to the final lap. So hopefully we'll be treated to more of the same this year.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Massa, Max Verstappen and Grosjean, Sainz, Bottas, Magnussen and Kimi Raikkonen, a Renault, Kvyat, Lance Stroll and Ocon, Alonso, Perez, Marcus Ericsson and Nico Hulkenberg, Wehrlein and Stoffel van Dorn completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, here we go.
Right then, here we are for the Russian Grand Prix. As I said in the qualifying, 4 people taking a gearbox change. That's actually quite surreal, and it's certainly helped us in this Grand Prix. We're we're now in 11th position on the grid as opposed to 12th, and we're on the clean side of the grid, which is a big positive for us. Hopefully we can get off to a good initial start, maybe get past the championship leader Kimi Räikkönen, and yeah, hopefully we'll do alright. But yeah, hopefully you guys are still enjoying the series. I'm really enjoying this game so far. It's probably the best one so far, I think. You know, F1 2010, nostalgia-wise, maybe up there, but this one takes it, I think. It's just very immersive. It's got all the frustrations of sort of having real-life upgrades and things fail, and you know, that's happened twice now in this career mode, and it is incredibly frustrating because we just want to improve the car, get faster and faster. But it was our best qualifying performance of the year so far. We out-qualified Nico Hulkenberg in wet conditions, which I think is a good result. We were only a couple of tenths off getting through to Q3, which would have been an incredible result. I'm thinking Canada is going to be the place for that, maybe Monaco, depending on if I can hook it up around there. But no, pace seems good around here. The Renault doesn't seem to be hampered too much by the power deficit, but you know, we have to be realistic. I think looking for points today is going to be the best we get. You know, I'm looking for decent points. 6th or 7th would be a really good result for us. Get some good points in the bag, and beating Nico Hulkenberg, that has to be the target, really. Maybe shake up the championship a little bit by beating Kimi Räikkönen. I know Toby won't be impressed with that. Kimi's his favourite driver. So yeah, here we go, joining the starting grid. Kimi Räikkönen very slow. I don't quite know what he's doing, but we've got the clean side of the grid, which is a good thing, most definitely. We've got Kvyat right behind us on the super soft tyres, so we are going to have higher performance in the opening few laps, but it'll certainly be interesting to see how far we can go on these ultra softs. So here we go, ready for the race. 5 red lights. Lights out, away we go here in Russia. Kimi Räikkönen off to a very good start. We're off to a decent start, but Kvyat off to a better start. And we're actually going to change to the inside line. A very long run down into the first turn. If you don't get off to a good start, then you're not going to make up many positions. We nearly got past Kimi Räikkönen there. We're up to 9th though, which is a really good result for us. From that first turn, considering we got off the line a little sluggishly compared to the likes of Räikkönen and Kvyat, but we'll now settle into the race hopefully and manage to get a decent result. That was a horrible corner cut, I'm sorry about that, but we have got Kevin Magnussen looking down our inside on the super soft tyres, so you know, we need to be doing better than him because he's on the slower tyre. Kimi Räikkönen hounding the back of Magnussen's teammate Romain Grosjean in the Haas, and could certainly pass him down into turn 13, I think. It's turn 13, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. He is having a little bit of a look, but no such luck, and I don't know, Grosjean must be slow because we've certainly caught up a little bit, although we're losing a little bit more in the traction areas than we prefer, but you know, it is a Ferrari. We're not seriously contend with them today, but Hamilton seems to have took the lead of this Grand Prix, which is an interesting one. Hamilton, you know, not necessarily in the best form this series so far, but could get back on track with a victory around Russia today.
Safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta.
Interesting. I don't know who's out of the race. Didn't particularly see something come up and say who was out, but we've got the virtual safety car. That allows us to save a little bit of fuel, which is always good.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
So there we go. VSC ended, and I don't think we lost too much there. But I don't know who was out there.
Okay, bad news on the gearbox. The team are trying everything they can think of, but they're not optimistic. Just keep at it. Do your best. That's all we can ask.
I've just got a message about the gearbox. I don't... Oh, we've lost third again. Goodness me, this gearbox has been troublesome this year. That's really annoying. Whoa, 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 it sent us into a spin there. Mechanical issues yet again here in Russia. And it's so annoying, it really is, because now we're going to have to take another 5-place grid penalty probably next race.
You've lost some time to the car behind.
It's so annoying. We've got DRS to make us pleased again here though, so hopefully we can defend from magnetism. Well, Grosjean went wide up ahead, as you can see, and now we're right on the gearbox of Kimi Räikkönen. We're having a little look, a little bit of a corner cut there, but we've lost time on the exit, so really didn't gain an advantage there. We just kind of panicked. We were behind the championship leader, and had a chance to overtake, and couldn't quite do it, but we're still within range here. We will get DRS once again. So let's see if we can close up. Obviously Kimi Räikkönen now having a look around the outside of Romain Grosjean. This is going to be very, very tight. Yellow flags, I don't quite know what's happened. But whoa, Grosjean nearly ran Kimi Räikkönen into the wall there. Whoa, these two side by side. This is great racing. We're going to go down the inside of Grosjean now. So we're up to 8th, and we've got third gear back. That's great to see. Somebody's coming into the pits, I think that's Bottas. Which is interesting.
Okay, the pit window has opened. Pit window now open for you.
And we've managed to actually get a bit of a gap to Grosjean, so we're now up to 7th, which is really, really good, and sticking with Kimi Räikkönen for now. Well, we're coming into the pits at the end of this lap. I always hated this pit entry. And there we go. It wasn't brilliant, but we're in, and hopefully saving a bit of fuel in this pit lane. It is a bit of a slower one. Here we go. We're in.
Go now.
And we're away. 2.7 seconds. A bit better.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race.
So onto the super softs for the rest of the Grand Prix, which is good. So here comes Massa out of the pits, and we have a chance for 7th place here if we can get past Felipe Massa. But that's going to be unlikely because we're on old super softs, and presumably he's gone on to a brand new set of ultra softs, but it'll be interesting to have a little battle with them. We've been sticking close to Ricciardo and Bottas because we were behind them for quite some time, and yeah, we've kept a consistent gap, so I'm quite happy with how we've performed so far in this race. It would be great if we could get that one more position and get into 7th place. We are sticking close to Felipe Massa, and we will get the DRS, but it will be difficult to pass a Williams in a straight line, as we found out last time out. with, I think it was Massa actually, but here we go. I've got the DRS open. This will hopefully close us in, and then we can stay close in the final sector, where we've actually been very good, in my opinion. Oh, we've gone a little wide there though, that could spoil it. And as you can see, Ricciardo up ahead, not too far. So, you know, we could still have some movement in this Grand Prix. We are right behind Felipe Massa now. How much fuel have we got? Not too much.
9 seconds.
Not too much at all. Not enough. We are still close to Felipe Massa, and as long as we stay in that DRS range, we'll stay close to him. Come on.
The gap to the car in front is less than a second. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone. Okay, distance to teammate, 7.7 seconds.
Got the DRS wide open. I don't think it's gonna make a difference though. Oh, this is agonizing. We're so close to him. Just can't pass. We've got so many limitations with the straight line speed of the car. Managing to stay within the second window, but we're only going to get a couple of more chances. That's a horrific corner cut.
Means you've lost one of the gears.
Oh, we've lost one of the gears, and
Lost access to one of the gears.
with that, yeah, it's fifth. With that probably goes our chance of 7th place. I don't think we'll be able to catch Felipe Massa without 5th gear. We're out of the DRS range now. That is pretty much our race over. I'll see you on the last lap.
Okay, some information on Magnussen. They're retiring from the race. This is your final lap of the race.
So this is the last lap. Grosjean is closing in on us now that we've had that problem. But yeah, we should be fine. Hopefully. Around through the first sector, Grosjean is closing in. He's obviously got the new ultra soft tyres, so he is closing in on us as our tyres are getting worn down and our acceleration
Worse for wear.
just isn't there.
Mix in order to reduce the load.
I don't know whether he said to use lean mix or not to. We've got Grosjean right behind us now. We've got 5th gear back. We've got 5th gear back for the penultimate. Well, not the penultimate, but for the last few corners. Grosjean right behind us though. As we come into this corner. This is where we've been strong all weekend. Lewis Hamilton wins the Russian Grand Prix. His first win of the series so far. And that's a big relief for him, and that's going to really make the championship interesting. It'll be good to know where Kimi Räikkönen's finished, but here we go. We're coming around the final corner now, and we're going to finish in 8th place. That's a brilliant performance for us there. We can be happy with that. We can be really, really happy with that. Another 4 points in the bag, and that keeps us ahead of Nico for now. But we'll hand over to David Croft and Anthony Davidson for the race review.
Brilliant stuff from Mercedes today. That's another historic win. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Kimi Raikkonen, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Well, I have to give it to Kimi Raikkonen. Consistency.
I agree. Kimi Raikkonen, driver of the day. From 10th to 2nd, I mean, we were behind Kimi Raikkonen for quite a bit of the race. We only ended up 12 seconds behind him, so, you know, that shows our improvement in pace, and yeah, I think we looked good. Nico Hulkenberg just finishing outside the points, but not too far outside this time. But Lewis Hamilton wins from Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel in 3rd. Max Verstappen finishes 4th, with Valtteri Bottas finishing a disappointing 5th. Ricciardo in 6th. Massa finishes 7th after hanging on against us, who finish in 8th. Romain Grosjean finishes 9th with his compatriot Esteban Ocon in 10th. So what does that do for the championship standings? Kimi Raikkonen is still in the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Lewis Hamilton has moved up to 2nd, 19 points behind the Finn, and Valtteri Bottas is in 3rd, 25 points behind. In the Constructors, Scuderia Ferrari are 14 points ahead of Mercedes. Red Bull are in 3rd, Force India in 4th, and we're 3 points behind them in 5th. So it's going to be an interesting battle for 4th this year. I think we can do it if we can upgrade the car enough. And speaking of upgrades, we'll have a look at the hospitality suite and some more R&D updates. So here we are in the hospitality suite then, and frustratingly we've only got 112 points from that session, resource points that is. We actually did set a faster lap than Nico Hulkenberg once again, so we're only 2 points behind him in the rivalry, and it's going to be interesting. Most definitely our status is increasing with a lot of the teams now, which is really good to see. And yeah, there's the career score. But let's... oh, now then, this looks like some more classic cars. I don't think I'm going to do any R&D stuff anyway, because yeah, we don't really have enough points to go and do the thing I want to do, which is the powertrain. That's 1,000 points, so I think we might do that next time out when we're in Spain. We might just save up a few points for now. We've got a couple of upgrades coming, I believe. I might be wrong, actually. We may not have any, but yeah, if you've enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like down below. It really does mean a lot for me and for the channel, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.